Welcome to Eureka Math. I'm Mr. Shankel. I'm going to be helping you today with Module 4, Lesson 5. Let's get started. All right, our job is to take the statement that we've been given, write a linear expression, and then solve it. So we're putting the lessons together so we can do all of that at once. So example 1, one angle is 5 degrees less than 3 times the angle the degree measure of another angle. So one angle is 5 degrees less than 3 times the degree measure of another. So I'm going to say 3x, and then 5 degrees less than that would be minus 5. So 3 times the degree measure of another angle minus the 5. Together the angles measures have a sum of 143. So when I add those two together, I get 143. So one angle is 5 degrees less than 3 times the degree measure of another angle, and there is another angle, which is the x. Which is the x, the original angle. So we've got the original angle, the one that's 5 less than 3 times. And so we can add these together and simplify. We get 1x plus 3x is 4x, minus 5 equals 143. And then my job is to isolate the variables. So I want that x to be all by itself, so I'm going to undo subtraction with addition. Balance the equation, I get 148 on the right side. On the left side I have 4x, and this is where I will undo multiplication with division, or what I would suggest is multiply by reciprocal. The reciprocal of 4 is 1/4. Multiply both sides by 1/4, and so the 4's cancel, the 1's cancel, you get x equals 148 divided by 4. 148 divided by 4 is 36. Wrong, 37. All right, so there we go. 148 divided by 4 is 37. X equals 37. Example 2, given a right triangle, find the degree measure of the angles if one angle is 10 degrees more than 4 times the degree measure of the other angle, and the third angle is the right angle. So in a right triangle, any triangle, we're going to have a measure of 180 degrees. So I'm going to add all these up, and one's going to be a 90-degree angle. They told us that was the third angle is the right angle. And what else do we have? The one angle is 10 degrees more than 4 times the measure of the other. So we've got the original angle and then 10 more than 4 times. So 4x plus 10. So here are our 3 angles. There's our 90-degree angle. This is the angle we don't know, and this is the one that's 10 more than 4 times the measure of the other angle. So that's it, and those are all equal to 180 degrees. Every triangle is 180 degrees. And now we can combine our like terms. So let's see, I've got 1x plus 4x is 5x. Those go together. And then I have a constant of 90, constant of 10. Add those together, I get 100. So 5x plus 100 equals 180. Undo addition with subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 100 from both sides to balance the equation. I get 5x equals 180 minus 100 is 80. And then I will multiply by reciprocal here. So I'm going to multiply by 1/5, balance the equation, and we get the 5's cancel, and I get 1x, or x, is equal to 80 divided by 5, which is 16. So x equals 16. All right. Let's try some exercises. A pair of congruent angles are described as follows. Congruent means they're the same degree. The degree measure of one angle is 3 more than twice a number, and the other angle's degree measure is 54.5 less than 3 times the number. Okay, so we're going to make those two equal to each other because it told us that they were congruent. So the first is 3 more than twice a number. 2 times a number plus 3. That's 3 more than twice the number. That's equal to. The other is 54.5 less than 3 times the number. So 3 times the number minus 54.5. All right, so there we have the equation. And now I want to get all of my x's on one side. So I've got one there and one there. They're on both sides of the equal sign. So I'm going to subtract 2x, so I have a positive x. So the x's are gone there. I get 3 is equal to 1x minus 54.5. And then I will undo subtraction with addition. So I'm going to add 54.5 to both sides. Remember, we want to get x all by itself. And 54.5 to this side. To balance the equation, we get x equals 57.5. X equals 57.5. Number 2. The measure of one angle is described as 12 more than 4 times a number. 4 times a number plus 12. 12 more than 4 times a number. Its supplement is twice as large. Okay, so supplement means when you add the two together, they're equal to 180 degrees. All right, so supplement means 180 degrees. So its supplement is twice as large as the first one. So they're going to be added together. They're going to be added together, and I'm adding on 2 times the original angle. So this is 2 times 4x plus 12. And when you add those together, they are a supplement, which makes it equal to 180 degrees. All right, so now we're going to simplify. First, I'm going to use the distributive property, and I'll get 4x plus 12 plus 2 times 4x is 8x plus 2 times 12 is 24. That's all equal to 180. Then I can combine like terms, and I have 4x plus 8x, that's 12x, plus here is a 12, a positive 12 and a positive 24. Add those together, I get 36. That's equal to 180. And now we can isolate the variable. So in order to do that, I'm going to undo addition with subtraction. Okay, and when we do that, we get 12x equals 180 minus 36 would be 144. And then finally, we can isolate the variable by multiplying by the reciprocal of 12, which is 1/12. And that gives me the 12s cancel. I get x equals 144 divided by 12, which is 12. So x equals 12. That's our unknown number. All right. Question 3. A triangle has angles described as follows. The measure of the first angle is 4 more than 7 times the number. 7 times the number plus 4. Okay. The measure of the second angle is 4 less than the first. 4 less than the first, well, that would just be 7x. And the measure of the third angle is twice as large as the first. So then I'm going to multiply the first by 2. So that's 2 times 7x plus 4. Okay, and that is a triangle. Remember, triangles have 180 degrees. So that's equal to 180 degrees, and there is my equation. Next, let's use the distributive property to simplify. So I'm going to get 7x plus 4 plus 7x plus 2 times 7x is 14x plus 2 times 8 is 16, and that's all equal to 180. Now I can combine like terms. So let's do the x's first. I have 7x plus another 7x plus 14x. If you add all those together, you get 28x. And then my two constants, a plus 4 and a plus 16, add those together, you get a positive 20. That's equal to 180. Then I can start to isolate my variable by undoing addition with subtraction. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other to maintain balance. So we get 28x is equal to 160. And then finally, we can multiply by the reciprocal of 28, which is 1 over 28. 1 over 28 to balance the equation. And we get x is equal to 160 divided by 28, which is about 5.7. So it's about 5.7. All right, let's move on. Question 4. One angle measures 9 more than 6 times a number. 6x plus 9. Should be getting better at these now. A sequence of rigid motions maps the angle onto another angle that is described as being 30 less than 9 times the number. So we're going to say that they're equal, and that is 30 less than 9 times the number. That's 9x minus 30. Okay, now we just need to get our variables all on the same side. So I will subtract 6x from both sides. Okay, that gets rid of our x's on the left side. I get 9 equals 3x minus 30. Then we can isolate the variable. We'll go to work on that. I'm going to add 30 to both sides. And when we do that, we get 3x on the right side is equal to 39. Then we can multiply by reciprocal to isolate the x. And the 3's cancel. We get x equals 39 divided by 3 is 13. X equals 13 is our answer. All right, a couple more. A right triangle is described as having an angle of measure 6 less than -2 times a number. -2 times a number minus 6. That's 6 less than -2 times a number. Another angle measure that is 3 less than -1/4 the number. So plus 3 less than -1/4, -1/4 times the number, and 3 less than that, so minus 3, plus a right angle, which we know is 90 degrees. And remember, it's a triangle, so that's equal to 180. So there we have it. Our first angle is here, our second angle is there, and then our third angle is the right angle. Okay, so let's combine like terms. Let's see, I have a -2x and a -1/4 x. That would be a -2 1/4 x. Okay, and then I have a -6, a -3, that's -9, and a positive 90. So take 9 away from 90 and we get a positive 81. And that's all equal to 180. Okay, next. I want to change this -2 1/4 to an improper fraction. So I'm going to do that over here to the side. Remember, to do that, you multiply the denominator times the whole number. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and it's negative. So this is a -9/4. x plus 81 equals 180. And now I'll go ahead and start to isolate the variable. So subtract 81 from both sides. That gives me a negative 9/4 x is equal to 99. And then I will multiply by reciprocal. So when I multiply by reciprocal, I'm also multiplying by a negative 4/9. Okay, and that's going to be important that we recognize that that has to be also a negative, because when we multiply it will give us a positive x. And on the other side, we'll do the same thing. We're going to multiply by a negative 4/9. All right, the 4's cancel, the 9's cancel. A negative times a negative is a positive, so it gives me a positive x. And then I can simplify here. I can say that 9 goes into 9 once, 9 goes into 99 11 times, and 11 times negative 4 is negative 44. And there is our answer for x. Okay, last one for today. One angle is 1 less than 6 times the measure of another. 1 less than 6 times the measure of another, so 6 times x and minus 1. That's 1 less than the other. The two angles are complementary, so this is my first angle. My second angle is x, and they're complementary. Complementary means that when you add them up, they equal 90. So this is going to be 90 as we add them, so equals 90. All right, so now we can simplify. I have 6x and another positive 1x. That's 7x minus 1 equals 90. And then we can start to isolate. I will add 1 to undo subtraction. So we get 7x equals 91. And then multiply by reciprocal. The reciprocal of 7 is 1/7. Balance the equation. The 7's cancel. I get x equals 91 divided by 7, which is 13. So x equals 13 on our last. Okay, we're taking a statement. We're writing it in symbolic form, and then solving those linear equations using algebra. Okay, that is our lesson for today. I hope that helps. See you next time.